Welcome to the Teenage Mutant Fight Club podcast. Buckle up because we're diving into some seriously wild stories today. You know, the kind where teens face down impossible odds. You guys sent us some awesome flash fiction stories. And today we've got, break them down, figure out how these young heroes find strength in the craziest places to, protect what matters most.
Yeah, the resourcefulness and guts these kids show off, it's pretty inspiring.
Oh, really?
So let's jump right in, shall we? Our first story is tidal spirits. And, picture this, okay? A hidden water sanctuary. It's under attack.
Right.
The air is thick with dust. There's, a ruined gate. You can practically hear an army marching closer.
Whoa. And in the middle of all that are two orphans, Nira and Tari, right? I mean, they're not up against some, mythical beast or anything, but a whole army of desperate people. And
Right.
that's got to be way more terrifying, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. Desperate people are unpredictable, dangerous.
Hopefully.
And the tension just explodes when the invaders spot this shimmer, and that's it. The sanctuary is exposed.
Oh, man. Talk about a turning point.
Right. That discovery sets everything in motion.
It's like, boom, their whole world changes.
Exactly. And the way these siblings react is just fascinating. You've got Nira, the older one, instantly thinking strategy, tactics.
Okay.
And then there's Tari, who's got this deep connection to the magical fountains in their home.
So it's like brains and mystical powers. That's a cool combo.
Totally. And you really see it when Nira, assesses the situation. They're outnumbered, outgunned.
Great.
So her plan hinges on what they do have, right? The element of surprise, the fear of the unknown, and that latent magic from the fountains. Talk about thinking outside the box.
So the invaders see them, the jig is up, but instead of, fighting head-on, Nira goes for, psychological warfare?
Exactly.
And she even draws a sigil in the dust. What's that all about?
That sigil is like a key, It's a visual trigger tied to some ancient magic that Tari can tap into through those fountains.
Oh, wow. So they're combining their abilities.
It's teamwork, but with a magical twist.
I like it. So how does that even work?
Okay, so picture this. The shimmer gets brighter, the water from the fountain turns into a blinding torrent, and then boom, illusions, straight out of a nightmare.
No way. What kind of illusions?
Oh, man. They're described as these, monstrous things, born from fear and ancient magic, scaled creatures with fiery eyes, wisps of smoke with, dripping fangs, just pure nightmare fuel.
Ooh, creepy. But
Yeah.
seriously effective, right? I mean, these invaders are probably thinking they're facing actual monsters.
Oh, absolutely. Nira even plays it up, channeling old stories, talking up vengeful spirits like the spirit's thirst, flee while they are merciful. Chilling stuff.
Wow, so she basically freaks them out so bad they run for their lives.
Total rout, and not a single shot fired.
Amazing. But, I mean, illusions can't last forever, can they?
Nope, they fade, and you see Tari just wiped out. It's a reminder that this victory, well, it's temporary, and they're still just kids with this huge weight on their shoulders.
Yeah, that's a heavy burden. I mean, they outsmarted the enemy. But at what cost, right? It makes you think about, the price of power,
Right. This flash fiction story, A Tidal Spirits, it's like a masterclass in turning weakness into strength. It shows how using illusion and a bit of well-placed fear, you can win without even having to fight. Pretty awesome, right?
Absolutely. All right, so from illusion and fear, we move on to, what was the next one?
Riddle Keepers. It's got a totally different vibe, way more heartwarming.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Imagine, if you will, Lantern Lane. It's dusk, but instead of the usual warm glow, there's this, creeping darkness.
Ooh, spooky. Well, what's causing it?
They call it the creep.
Yeah.
And it's seriously freaking everyone out.
So not your typical bad guy, huh?
Not at all, but just as scary. And in the middle of this is Maya. She's the oldest of the kids there, and she's got this, super important job. She lights the magical lanterns.
Hold on, magical lanterns. Like Aladdin style.
Kind of, but instead of fire, these lanterns run on stories. Riddles, rhymes, even laughter.
Okay, that's way cooler than oil lamps.
Right. It kind of tells you something about the nature of the light, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's connected to joy, to human spirit.
Okay.
But as the creep gets stronger, the kids start to lose their nerve. There's this one kid, Ben, he can't even think of a single riddle. The fear's got him paralyzed.
Oof, I've been there. Like when the pressure's on and your mind goes completely blank.
The worst. But Maya, she's amazing. She doesn't get mad at Ben. She encourages him. She says, Remember, she said, forcing gentleness into her voice, riddles are like puzzles. Look at the world. Find the strange in the simple.
That's so smart. Like reframing the way you see things, finding the extraordinary in the ordinary.
Exactly. And you know what? It works. Then comes up with a riddle about a shadow, and bam, the lantern lights up.
Yes, a small win, but I bet it felt huge.
Oh, for sure. That one little spark reignites their hope. It shows how even the simplest act of creativity can push back the darkness.
Love it. What happens next?
Okay, so they spend the whole night telling riddles, laughing, their voices echoing in the dark. It's this amazing team effort, a real display of community spirit in the face of, something scary.
Okay, but this is the Teenage Mutant Fight Club podcast, right?
Yeah.
So things can't be that easy.
True. The lanterns start flickering, the creep's getting stronger. Even Maya, she's starting to panic.
So they're hitting their limit. Uh-oh. What do they do?
All right, so picture this. Everyone's freaking out. And then little Lily, the youngest one, starts singing a nursery rhyme.
A nursery rhyme, not even a riddle.
Nope, just a simple song. And the craziest thing happens. The nearest lantern and steadies. It's like that pure, innocent joy. That's what fuels the light.
Wow, that's beautiful. It's like sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful.
Right. And then the other kids, they start singing too. Their voices get louder, and the light from the lanterns, it actually grows stronger, pushing the shadows back.
Whoa, like their combined energy is literally fighting the darkness.
You got it. The power of shared emotion, right? And of course, morning comes. The creep retreats. But the kids, they're not the same. They've faced their fears, found a strength they didn't know they had. They become the little keepers, protectors of their street.
That's amazing. They went from scared kids to, like, guardians of the light.
Exactly. Riddle Keepers shows us that sometimes facing our fears and sharing simple joys like riddles and songs, that's what makes us strong. It reminds us that connection, well, it can be a powerful weapon against fear.
I love that. It's like the opposite of tidal spirits, but just as cool.
Right. Both of these stories, they're about kids facing down huge challenges and finding strength in unexpected places.
It's true. Nira and Tari, they used illusions and old stories, while Maya and her crew tapped into the power of words, laughter, and community. What do you think? Which story resonated more with you? The strategic mind games of tidal spirits or the heartwarming teamwork in Riddle Keepers?
That's a tough one. Both stories are awesome in their own way. But I guess what sticks with me is the idea that strength isn't always about brute force. It can be found in our imaginations, our creativity, and the connections we make with others. Even when things seem impossible, these kids found ways to protect what they cared about.
So true. These flash fiction stories remind us that heroism can come in all shapes and sizes, and even the underdog can rise to the challenge and become a protector. What kind of stories get you fired up? Let us know. And hey, don't forget to rate and follow the Teenage Mutant Fight Club podcast for more kick-butt tales of teen heroes and those awesome underdog outcasts that we all love.
Catch you next time.